What's up, YouTube? It's DFishFan here with another duel in the V series. And for this one, I had the one I promised you guys, Chronomaly Gorgon. That's right, that's the name of this deck. And I have a little duel to show you guys, and it's against Roids. So what better? Right? Alright, so I go ahead and start off with the Unite into the Mal Carrier, and then go Crystal Skull to search for Crystal Bones. Uh, this was a pretty interesting. Actually, I want to talk about this. This was a pretty interesting thing because I decided to go. Now, I had a couple options. I could have went any rank 5. I believe I have in this extra deck. Yes. Um, I was considering going 33, but I don't know. I just didn't feel like it would have done much. At least with Duradel or Durandal, I have a chance to negate something. So the reason I didn't set warning is because if you, in case you don't know what the artifact Durandal does, is it detaches a material whenever a spell, trap, or monster effect is activated on the field, and a normal spell or trap, and I can detach an XE material from this card, and its effect becomes destroy one spell or trap card your opponent controls. So that means their effect would be a spell or trap that I control. So I didn't want to set the warning in this scenario because I can pretty much negate almost anything, uh, at least anything harmful that I could predict in this situation, and that way they're not able to just destroy my warning. So that's that is what I do, and he's still a 2400 beater. So what he does is he just goes Submarine Roid, attacks directly, and then sets Supercharge and Chain Material, and then he decides to set the Unstable as well. So I attack into the Submarine Roid, he goes Supercharge. I do not choose to negate it. Although the draw power is annoying, I feel it's best to save the effect for something that's actually going to hinder you, not benefit your opponent. At least that's my reasoning for it. So right here he tries to chain Supercharge and then Mirror Force, but I still wait to activate it on the Mirror Force. He destroys my D Prison, which is exactly the one that I wanted him to hit. Luckily, I keep my warning alive. So he goes the Submarine Roid played again, and then I activate his effect to shuffle our hands into our decks. I wasn't really too fond of the hand I had, and sure enough, I get a very damn good one. So he attacks directly for 24, which means that the Unstable no longer gives the boost. It has a flat 1000 attack. So I go for the Golem, and then special for the rank 3, I go Alucard, pop that, Gorgon's effect. In case you don't know, Gorgonic Golem, also, whenever it's in the graveyard, I can banish it, target a set card, which in this case I did, and it cannot be activated until the end phase. So it's kind of helps you with your OTK, is obviously the main reason why it's in here. But, you know, in this situation as well, where I'm trying to regain field control, or at least establish a dominant field control, he actually helps out quite a bit as well. So he ends up going another supercharge, which I think he got off all 3 this game, which is pretty insane. I set my Ghost of a Grudge and end. He sets and then goes Drillroid. I'm warning the Drillroid just in case he had something. He then proceeds to Unstable Evolution my Durandal, which is fine. I send it to defense, pop the chain material. Luckily, he doesn't have anything. And then I go Alucard and attack directly. So he's down to 33. He doesn't really have many options with his hand, so he just sets these he just activates these continuous spells. Burden actually does not affect Exceed monsters because they are ranks, not levels, and Solidarity doesn't help him now that he has no monster. So what he does do when he finally draws a monster, he has a Steamroid at 26, which is not bad, but Ghost of the Grudge, and then I Lance to make sure it's 0, and then yeah, the Chronomaly Gorgons end up winning in the long run. So, granted, I already know what some of you might be saying already. This is Roid decks, and I mean, look at his hand. He had a really fucking horrible hand. I agree. I agree. This isn't the best, most competitive deck to test this deck out against, but you got to see a little bit of what it can do on, from my perspective, outside of the OTK. This deck has the one of the things I like about it, because although I do like random decks, you know, that can supply you with wins and make some noise and surprise people. I don't really like it when it's just OTKs or one single combo that you just gotta try over and over, unless it's an interesting one. But like for example, when Infernities, even though it had a shit ton of hype, but when Infernities had triple launcher, that was not a very fun deck to play. I thought it was extremely boring because you pretty much would win every single time. You would end your turn, your first turn, with a launcher or full field and like Inferni barrier and shit. It was really, really stupid. But nonetheless, with this deck, the whole reason I bring that up and went off on that little tangent is because this deck offers a lot more than an OTK. There's also some control factors in there with the triple lance. I don't know if the triple lance was in the original version. I'll have to compare it when I find the video. But this the main deck of this deck is actually can be control oriented if needed. You can sack with the BLS as you saw here, and yeah, there's just a lot more to the deck than what it looks like on paper is the main point I'm trying to get off. So alright you guys, thanks to you guys for watching. Remember to like the video, comment down below, subscribe. I'll be posting the, I'm sure you would have seen the annotation for the actual deck profile of this deck if you want to check it out. And alright, this has been DFishFan. I'll talk to you guys later.